Testing 1 2.
1 2.
A very good evening, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, ZMH 286. Patricia and David on a deteriorating evening here at Gulf Harbour. I'm hoping somebody will tell us what's coming towards us from up north, Whangarei or Opua. It looks as if they've got the rain already, but we have a plummeting barometer here. It's really shooting down 10-10 vertically. 18 degrees though, because it's the northeast, 15 to 20 knots. We do like these nice warm winds from the tropics, but not when they bring an awful lot of wind and rain, which we're expecting in a couple of hours and until the morning. It's 100% cloud cover, of course. A very good day to listen to the budget, and for the New Zealanders out there, I can tell you a little bit about the budget, I suppose. I guess you'd be interested if I can get the damn thing. My computer has locked up on... Oh, well, I'll just have to try and read it on my little phone here, which is always
Probably
a good one.
doesn't matter.
David said it's not going to matter because hopefully they'll be out of action and it'll all be a pack of lies anyway. But anyway, just quickly going through, and this is for the Kiwis. The rest of you can sort of snooze off for a minute. There's a lot of giveaways, of course. This government is very good at spending money. But for those with littlies, they have extended 20 hours of support, which will cost us another $380 million a year, but that will hopefully get people back in the workforce if they can afford to get their children looked after. For many of us, the scrapping of the $5 prescription co-payment, I guess, will be of interest. It's always a bit of a nuisance you can't whip in without your wallet because you have to pay $5. We're very lucky to get as much as we do, really. Free transportation for children, for kids, and half price for teenagers, so they'll all be able to get buses if they're running. And the bus drivers have actually got a pay raise as well. A lot of money, $6 billion actually, going into cyclone recovery. And, well, the rest of it is into public housing and more schools and classrooms, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, cheaper energy bills in terms of subsidies for heat pumps, installations and LED lights. And for the rest of us who drive motor vehicles, there's going to be 29 cents per litre in addition, a fuel tax starting in the not too distant future, which means that we in Auckland will be paying more than half of what we pay will be going to tax. The other annoying thing for those people who have family trusts is that there will be a tax hike, but that's not till April next year, in which case they probably won't be in power. So we can all but hope. So that's the budget, a little bit of bits for everybody, in particular those people that they want to have vote for them. And what, sorry?
No way to pay it.
And no way to pay it. So there you go. We've had, over the last 24 hours, quite a few people get to wherever they're going for a while anyway. But we have a couple of boats that are dealing with this low. Harlequin are at the top of it, trying to just wait out there. This morning they had 40 knots, gusting 50. Southwest wind, and they're at the top of the low. They were at 28.31 this morning and 170.38, and hopefully we'll talk to them shortly. And there's a boat at the bottom of the low, Ariana, trying to get to Hobart, so they're having a good deal of wind as well. 50 knots. Okay. A lot of boats have got to, presumably, their destination, but would you please leave your AIS on until you have been picked up by a satellite? Because at the moment we've got people like Mintaka, Scoots, Laura Dawn, all sort of floating out there in the ocean because they have stopped wherever they are, and the satellite hasn't picked that up because it's all been turned off. So if you could do that, would be good. Andiamo had a bit of an exciting 24 hours after we reported for them last night. going like trains they were, until their steering went kaput, and they had, they could just do about a quarter turn on the wheel, something to do with the rudder, they think, because they checked pretty much everything else, but of course couldn't check the rudder in the conditions that they had at the time. It's been pretty rough for those that have approached the Beating the Boo area, and in fact I suppose for those getting to Savu as well, but once you get near land you get some protection, it's not so bad. So they have in fact got into the marina, so that's good. I don't know of anybody else that's had any difficulties in the last while, but I don't really know who to call on now, because we have got a pile of boats at Minerva, and I presume David's going to talk about that shortly, but you'll just have to be patient and wait for the decent weather. But it would be good if someone from there could call in and tell us that it is indeed 20 knots from whatever direction you think it is. Not tied down. I haven't actually picked up where they are, but I'll look at that in a minute. Sunrise is still going, of course, so I'm just going to see at the moment Innocenti, Gulf Harbour. Okay, nothing heard from Innocenti. How about Scoots, Gulf Harbour? I wonder if they're all on the reef having a good time. I haven't checked the tide for Minerva, so but there are a lot of boats. It looks quite spectacular there. Okay, let's have a look for Coastal Drifter. Coastal Drifter, I know you're still at sea.
Dr. Roger, Coastal Drifter is here. Still at sea, yes.
Okay, Philip, I've got good copy on you, so give us position and weather, over.
Alrighty, Coastal Drifter is at 17 degrees, 19 minutes south, and 176 degrees, 39 minutes west. We're heading 285 through 285 at speed 5.5 knots. The wind is from the east. Wind is from the east at 18 knots, 1/8 approximately. And the swell is about 4 meters, although it seems like it's declining right now. We have not quite 100% cloud cover, but there's multiple rain showers and lots of clouds. There's a few patchy blue skies occasionally, though. Over.
Okay, 1719 south, 17639 west, steering 285 course, 5.5 with the wind right behind. That's kind of annoying, I think. East 18 and 4 metre, but dropping a bit swell, presumably from the east. 100% almost cloud, few patches of blue, and rain showers. So I hope the autopilot's working well, so you don't have to be out in the misery, over.
It's funny you should mention as it kicked off this afternoon, and I traced it down to a blew a fuse. I traced it down to a corroded network terminator. So I removed that, and everything's working again. Over.
Oh, well done. Yeah, it's always a problem if something like that happens and it is a bit more needing a bit more attention. Oh, that's good that it wasn't too serious. So well done on the tracing of the problem. So I'll just see if David's got some comments. Anything changing?
Just same amount of wind tomorrow.
Same amount of wind tomorrow, yeah. Well, at least it's in a good direction, and you've got a good solid boat anyway, over.
Oh yeah, that's right. The wind is pretty much the same as it was most of the day yesterday, and I expect that'll continue through the night and into tomorrow. We've decided we're going to keep this heading and go around the top of the Lau group to the Nuku Passage to head for Savu. Hopefully that'll get us through the front quicker and out of the rain quicker, etc. Over.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea, and it's with the conditions as you've got them, it's certainly a good safe idea anyway. So, yep, good strategy. So we'll look for you again tomorrow. Making pretty good progress anyway, so that will be good. So, yep, keep clear of anything hard tonight, and we will talk again tomorrow. And hello to Debbie. So we'll clear with Coastal Drifter. And let me see who else might be around. Certainly Venture Lady will be. How about Sunrise, Gulf Harbour? Well, we haven't heard from Elle for a while, but they are still tracking up there. I shall have a quick look at where they were in a minute. Is there anybody else for Gulf Harbour Radio?
This is Laura Dawn. Can you hear me?
I certainly can. And I'm hoping you'll put your AIS on so that I don't have you marooned out there to the west and not in the lovely big arc of boats. I haven't counted them up, but boy, there are a lot, aren't there, over?
That is right. There are about 40 boats, and they're still coming in slowly through the entrance of North Minerva. And yes, we did turn our AIS off because we're trying to preserve batteries.
Yeah, I just want to take a good screenshot, and you're sort of sticking out there, as is Scoots, I might add. So Daryl and Carol, if you could put yours on for a bit. Wouldn't take too long. The trouble is, it's you just never know when that satellite's going. So what's the conditions at the moment? Is it still about the 20 knot mark, over?
It has been a gorgeous day. The wind has been 15 knots, maybe gusting up to 20, but mostly coming from a northeasterly direction. Fine day for people out there snorkeling. Lots of boats with their wind toys were out there. There were kite surfing going on, foil boarding. Just really a spectacular day for those enjoying wind sports.
Yeah, I bet our dock mates Fusio were out there. They enjoy that wind, as I know a lot of people do now. Well, it was sort of all became popular after we got a bit older and just decided to stick with the in the water type things. But
a lot more wind.
A lot more wind tomorrow, says David. A lot more wind tomorrow. So just as well, everybody got out there and enjoyed it today. So, well, mind you, some folk do like a bit more wind for a bit of a challenge. So that's good. Well, thank you for coming on and letting us know, Mac. Over.
Thank you for that. Can you ask Steve, approximately when are we expecting the wind to really kick in?
Well, I think it's gradually going to increase over the night, over the evening, and I'm looking at lunchtime tomorrow, and I'm seeing gusts, almost gale force gusts at about lunch. I would say probably a mean wind of maybe 25 thereabouts, but I think you'll be seeing 34, 35 knots off and on. What's happening is the low that's to the west, just to the west of New Zealand right now. In fact, it's centered at about 35 and 165 east, and it's a very deep one. It's a 979. Anyway, the point is its frontal band arcs around all the way up, right through the Kermadec and up through basically where you are. It doesn't quite get up to Fiji at noon tomorrow. I'm trying to see when it does get up there. Actually, the real bad winds don't quite reach Fiji even late Friday. But the wind is definitely going to be there, and from what I could see on Saturday, it'll slack considerably as it drifts to the east. So that low that I just described to you is going to slide a little bit further south and a little bit more toward New Zealand, more toward Cook Strait in New Zealand, and then with it, that cold front that I just mentioned is going to slide east as well. So you're going to have a shift in wind, probably to, I would say, the southwest, give or take on that. And you're looking then maybe about 15 to 20 knots. This is Saturday, again about Saturday morning, I would say. So yeah, that's the story. It's a very nasty frontal band, actually. But anyway, that was forecast, so we'll see what you actually get. I'll be curious to see what your conditions are when you call in tomorrow. Over.
Thank you, Dave. We'll definitely update you tomorrow what conditions are like. We have seen on the other weather forecast we've been looking at that Saturday was looking like a better day to make the move out of here and hit Tonga.
To where?
To Tonga.
Tonga, you say on Saturday? Yeah, okay. Yes, that looks like it would be a reasonable idea. Looking a little bit further time-wise, looking at late Sunday, it's even better. It slacks off considerably, almost southerly winds. Saturday, 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. And then looking at Sunday, again, southerlies and very light air. What you've got now, or what you will have then, I should say, is the new ridge that's coming in from the west. And the axis of that ridge is going to be should be about 25 degrees, roughly 25 degrees. So west to east, 25 degrees, that's the axis. North of that axis, winds southerly. So it'll be a very easy, to me it looks easy anyhow, to get up to either Fiji or Tonga. Over.
Thank you for that, Dave. Over.
All right, and I'm clear with Laura Dawn, and I've just had an email from Innocenti. They are in Noumea, but of course at the marina there it's absolutely impossible to hear anything. The Navy are too close. But anyway, they did get the northwest wind last night, so they were hard on it, but not too bad, because from Auckland to Noumea, they did it in 6.5 days, door to door. So they'll be enjoying New Caledonia for a month before they head off to Mackay. Okay, let's see. We've got Cabana and Venture Lady. Venture Lady, Gulf Harbour.
Gulf Harbour, this is Venture Lady. How's copy?
Oh, got good copy tonight, Andy. Go ahead.
Excellent. We got through the shift in the wind, and last night I took some screenshots for David of the wind European model forecast, which was absolutely spot on for where we were. The wind shifted when they said it would shift, and all was good. We had one squall of about 35 knots, which shook the rig something rough. But it was over and done within about half an hour, I suppose. And we're now heading north on a port track. And the wind has just shifted again. We had westerly all day, and it's gone round to the southwest and died. So it's at 5 knots. I need to talk to the people at British Wind and say you could be better than 5 knots, I think. Over.
Okay, that's well, I suppose it will be a peaceful night, wind-wise, and having to not do anything with the sails. What's your position now? Over.
Okay, we're in position 23 degrees 15 south, 169 degrees 13 east. We are, if we head up, we're in danger of meeting eel waterfall in the middle of the night. But if we stay on the proper course, we should be good for Tanner. Over.
Okay, but you're not going into Tanner, are you? You're carrying on to PV.
No, I think we're going to go and check in at Lennoxville and Tanner rather than Anikium. Over.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise that you were able to do that at the moment with them. Okay. Oh, you must have been in touch. So, yeah, Lanark's a bit of a pain with the wind, but hopefully it will be light when you get there. It's certainly not a place that you will want to spend much time, and it will be good if one of you stays on board. just in case. So anyway, play that by ear when you get there. Over.
Yeah, okay, roger that. We still haven't had a reply from customs. Maybe that's because they've all retreated to the north or something. Over.
Oh, God. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what... so what would be your ETA, Tanner? Over.
Well, I've got a new plopper and it doesn't have the range to the weight easily. On top of the cut yet. We're about 2 days away from Tanner. If we went to Venetian, we should get there midday Saturday, but Tanner would be late Saturday, I think. Over.
Okay. Oh, well, you've done your best to get hold of them. So, yeah, I'll also have a check at what the cruise ship situation is at Venetian, because if the cruise ship's in, then obviously the customs will be there. So that would make life easy. So anyway, well, I'll be home all day tomorrow. So with this weather that's coming, so I'll get on the job, see what I can find out. But anyway, all good. It's pretty decent for you. Is there anything comment from you, David? Hang on.
Just looking at Saturday, I think I heard you say Saturday.
It's Tanner.
At Tanner. Looks to me like south-southeast winds. We'll call it about 15 to 20 knots. South-southeast, 15 to 20. That's the Tanner area. And if you did go into Venetian, roughly the same. And actually virtually the same if you were forced to go up to Port Vila as well. All pretty consistent, and all that is thanks to that new ridge that's building. So conditions couldn't really be any better. Over.
Hope we've not hit. There's a big blue hole developing behind us, and I hope we're not in it right now with no wind power at all. But well, it is what it is. So thank you very much for looking out for us. Thank you, lady.
Okay, clear with Venture Lady, and I would tell you that sunrise are at 26,179, but that's about 12 hours ago. For some reason it's missing satellite passes, so 13 hours ago now, so they would have, it wind's on the nose unfortunately, so they probably can't hear us with the engine on. Cabana, Gulf Harbour.
Yes, good evening, Gulf Harbour. How do you copy me?
Oh, very good. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. We're at 17 degrees 25 south by 179 degrees 31 east. About 42 miles from Status Avenue, hoping to get in at midnight tonight. Over.
Okay, and what are the sea and wind conditions for you that close? 42 miles to Sabu Sabu. Well done, over.
Yes, thanks for that. Look, we've had the weather here has been, again, quite squally. We've probably averaged true wind speeds of around 20 knots, but with definite squally gusts up to about 25 knots. So we've reached down. But it's very overcast at the moment, occasional drizzle coming through, but pretty much what we were expecting.
It does sound like Sabu Sabu. It's sort of a bit like going to Palmerston North if you were here. Okay, oh well, enjoy the last little bit and you'll get sorted out. Give the corner a wide berth and yeah, just take your time. Hopefully, I think you've been there before, haven't you? So it's all following the dotted line, over.
Yes, it's all familiar, so that's fantastic. And signing off for this trip, I'd just like to say thank you both very, very much for your support, and it's been great doing the sked on this trip, and all the best.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Yeah, no, it's always good to follow the boats, George, with a good signal. And hang on, David wants to have a quick word.
Yeah, quick word. Yeah, I've got an actual wind report from Sabu Sabu, and it's blowing, not sure exactly where they've got the antenna for this, but it's easterly 14 knots, easterly 14. And if you look at the satellite imagery, you can see troughing activity there. So I'm not surprised that you're getting drizzle from time to time. So there should be some light squalls, particularly in the evening. But yeah, that's unfortunately that's all part of that frontal band that we've been talking about that extends from here in New Zealand all the way up through Minerva up toward where you are. So that's the story. Not too bad. And good luck on getting in there. Over.
Thank you very much for that. The breeze has one that's trying to go north, so it's east northeast at the moment. But that gives us a nice line as we bend around Coral Island and make the Tattersallad. So a great trip, and thank you both once again.
Okay, we'll clear with George on Cabana, and good passage for them. Is there? Oh, we've got. Hang on, who have we got? Perigee, I think. Perigee, Gulf Harbour. No, a few missing people. Is there anybody else wanting to check in? Over.
Radio Scoot, copy.
Oh, hello, Daryl. All ensconced in Minerva there. So that's good. Except I've still got you not in Minerva on the AIS. You're one of these ones that's saving power. Over.
Pretty busy here, but we've had a very enjoyable day, and going to get out tomorrow and tend to some of the job list, and our intention is to head towards Savo on Saturday morning. Over.
Yeah, I think someone's going to have to organise, the timetable for getting out the pass. It could be a bit of a clutter on Saturday. Over.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of activity. Over.
All right. Oh well, enjoy all of that fun. It sounds like that there was a lot of activity outside today, which is just as well, seeing as it might be a little bit snottier tomorrow. It certainly will be snotty here tomorrow. It's we're going to be hammered with this system coming, but we know it's coming, so we're getting ready for it. Hopefully it won't bring too much rain to everybody. I think we're all getting a little bit jaded with the rain. Okay, cheers to you both. And is there anybody else before we head off to 82907 for talking to Harlequin? No, nothing heard. Thanks everybody for the reports. I was hoping that somebody on streaming would have given us a weather report from up north, but it does look from the satellite, from the radar, that it's pouring down. So it will be with us shortly. Cheers, everybody, and have a very good evening.
You have the line not open?
Yes, I do. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, ZMH 286, and I'm looking for Harlequin. Ooh, that's not very good. Make sure you're on high power there, Moraine, and try again. Over. Okay, all right, usual drill, as you know, usual drill. And by the way, we had a chat to your dad today, and they're following you with interest, and good that, in fact, Maritime Radio very kindly calling them with your morning position, because they are hearing you obviously quite well. So, yeah, so where are you now? Over. Okay, the problem is, I think there is, just might do with a thicker cord because I get the first figure and then it just fades away on me. So I've got 2833, which is pretty much what I got from Maritime this morning. Could you give me the longitude a couple of times? The longitude, over. Okay, 17032, 17032. So it looks like you have been hove to for the day. Give me a roger, roger, if that is correct. Over. Okay, I got a good clear roger, roger. Okay, and what is the wind speed and direction at the moment? Over. Okay, good copy. Northwest 30, gusting 40. Okay, so that is a bit of a change of wind, and you certainly wouldn't make too much progress with a northwest wind. So really, really good that you're just sitting there not pushing things. That's the way to do it. We've had a couple of boats with damage trying to push their way through things. So I just want to make sure I have got the latitude correct. 2833. I'm just not certain about the minutes. 2833. Is that correct? Oops, you've gone again on me. Anyway, that's good. Is all well on board? No problems with anybody? Everybody okay? Over. Okay, I got the all okay, but you didn't. I missed the next bit. I suspect. Is anybody seasick? Is anybody seasick? Over. Oh, well, that's fantastic. What good tummies all three of you have got. Here's David.
Yeah, well, things look a little better tomorrow. Fortunately, I'm looking at about lunchtime. Seeing as how your stomachs are feeling better, I thought I'd mention lunchtime. And I think your gusts are going to be up in the neighborhood of about 30 knots, 30. So a lot less than what you're experiencing today. So that low is moving more or less to the south. I would say southeast as it slips down the west side of New Zealand. It's bringing that high wind area with it. So it won't be long now before it gets even better for you. So that's all good news. So there is light at the end of the tunnel. Now the funny thing about this particular low, hang on a minute. Yeah, the funny thing about it is that that high wind area does not seem to want to reduce itself in intensity. The isobars are changing shape, unfortunately. So I'm looking at Saturday about the same time, about lunchtime on Saturday, and I'm seeing gusts pretty much up to 32, 34 knots. Believe it or not. I was hoping that it would drop off a lot more than that. But then again, on Sunday, it really, truly does drop off considerably. So I think you're going to be looking at about 15 to 20, maybe 15 to 25. And that low, in fact, is moving away from your position. So after that, things are going to be hunky-dory for you. I think you'll look at this as just sort of a bad time, and I think the sailing will be fine at that point. So you've got Friday to deal with those gusts. You've got Saturday, but Sunday looking much, much, much better. Over.
I'm not copying anything. As if you've got something short to say, can you bellow it at me? Over. Oh, wind direction. Yes, I'll get him to go through that. Yes, that's interesting, isn't it? That came through really clearly. Whilst David is just going back to the computer models, if it's any consolation, there is a boat heading to Hobart that's getting it a lot worse than you guys, because of course it's coming south or southeast. The slow is travelling. So
westerly tomorrow.
Anyway, back to you guys. Westerly tomorrow.
And then on
westerly on Friday, and on Saturday
west southwest.
West southwest. So west tomorrow, and then west southwest, and we will update you tomorrow on anything there. Okay, I think that's about it. I know your dad is listening on streaming, so he will be up to date now. And just as we talk, just keep relaxed and safe. And well, the days, I'm sure you're playing cards or reading books or whatever, but or just having a good chat together. So enjoy as much as you can, and it will be over in a few days' time. And new colours worthwhile getting to. So cheers to you all on board there, and we will talk again tomorrow. Over.
Thank you. Harlequin out.
Oh, that was nice and clear. Goodness, I wonder if we should just wait a little bit. That might be propagation. Okay, cheers to you all. And Gulf Harbour Radio, is there anybody else on 8297 for us? Nothing heard, and we are clear. Cheers all. Ooh, that's noisy. And whoops. A very good evening to all on streaming, wherever you are. If you're in New Zealand, you're going to be probably inside and sheltered from the rain.